this is the one I've grown up playing. Okay, first is first, display settings. So I have 6 options here. I have the original. I have Pixel Perfect, which makes everything square. I can widescreen it if I want it to look stretched out. Then I have the scanline versus scanlines version. I'm used to no scanlines. I mean, yes, I know this emulates CRT, but we're not exactly using a CRT here, are we? Plus, this is brighter and more vibrant. Better to work with. Because of that, though, I don't like using a black frame. So two options. This one, which, oh no, that's way too distracting. There we go. So it's probably said all paths playthrough. Well, there's a reason for this. See, Contra Hardcore is, under normal circumstances, a rather short game. You can beat it in about half an hour. But the game also has about 4 branching paths, so that's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to be using each of the 4 characters for each path, so... But only 4 paths, 4 characters, sounds perfect. So, I should mention this right now, but Hardcore was actually the Contra game I grew up with. Well, we had Super C as well, but I only ever played this. I know this is widely considered to be the hardest Contra game, which, what in the world is Contra 3 then? What in the world is Contra 4 then? But they're not joking when they say this game is hard. It took me quite a bit to be able to beat this game. Yeah, all the characters have their own hitboxes and weapons. Oh, wow, this weapon does a lot of damage. It's actually rather strong. We're chasing him down, by the way. So yeah, this is where I said 4 routes, right? Well, those routes depend on 2 decisions. This is the first decision, so... Oh yes, and something that was new added to this specific game from previous Contra games is the ability to slide. There we go. Uh-oh. Yep. That being said, most of this game is boss fights. The boss fights in this game are big. We'll usually have multiple phases. Still hilarious. Didn't think you could actually hurt unless he starts burying. Yeah, if you don't have any piercing weapons, this gets annoying. You have piercing weapons, though it's actually fairly easy. Whoops. Hit CR there. This is where you really want a homing weapon. There we go. Yes, 6 phases in one boss fight. Alright. Just go through it at a decent clip, and there you go. So apparently the Japanese version of this game actually lets you get hit multiple times before you actually lose a life. Other versions of this game, you can only take one real hit. Of course, that's why most people consider this to be the most difficult Contra game, which I'm just like, wait, what about Contra 4 and hard? But that game will make you a man. And again, this is the only Contra game I can actually beat on a regular basis. No, seriously, I can't beat the other ones. Wow, see this dinosaur? Shoot the nose, it releases something. And it will actually hurt. I just... off screen? Okay. Hang on a minute. Yes, the thing is actually tracking. And there he goes. Actually, you know what? I'll save that for a later run. Honestly, this is probably one of the biggest bosses, one of the most longest bosses in the entire series. There we go. The problem here is that most of that is actually spent waiting for it to be vulnerable. Because look, I can shoot him, but he's not flashing, so he's not actually taking damage. I still think Genesis controller is the way to play this game. Unfortunately, as I do not have this game on my Genesis, and not touch the Genesis of my grandfather's, I'm stuck playing on this. So. seat. Yeah, if you have to slide under it under most circumstances. I said that there were two choices that would result in, depending on what path you take. We're coming up to that second choice right now. In this situation, let's try fighting to the end. Oh, and he's... Wait a minute. What's he doing? He's... Wait, is he fusing the wildlife from the previous stage together? Okay, this next one is kind of hilarious. Just look at this thing. It's so cute! And it drops power-ups for us if we didn't have everything. I know it even drops bombs rarely. But yeah, that's what that's what these are. These are bombs. You get one shot. You get one shot with bombs. It stops you from firing for a while, but will also do a lot of damage to the whole screen. And now his little machine goes haywire. And it makes that proceeds to just eat him. Yeah, the weakness for this thing is this red core on its underside. But it also doesn't have very much health. Then again, if you lack the piercing weapon, you'd have to shoot at it. And here's the path. This route looks like the alien cell is running amok. those things? They run at you very fast. That took me that long to finally die. Yeah, I know. It's that one attack. It's that claw. It's very difficult to avoid. This part requires you to do a bit of climbing. Of course. Honestly, this boss is kind of funny. Ah, here we go. Yeah, also sliding gives you iframes. Which, let's be honest, you're probably going to use. Got him. Let's see. See that thing? It'll try and take a bite of me if it's not chewing on anything. So you can either try and destroy it with about as much firepower as possible. Oh, by the way, those things don't move upwards. What's this? Looks like an egg broken. What the? Surprisingly human-looking face. There you go. And now we just have to shoot this thing in the face. Oh yeah, once his health gets low enough, yeah, let's do something like that. I'm using this just to. I don't mind how much time this takes. Honestly, this attack is difficult to avoid. I avoided it. Alright, finishing it like this. Use my bombs. Oh, you hear this boss music? And this? That means you're basically near the end. And that's one of 4, well actually technically 5 paths. In this one, we foil Colonel Bahama's plans, but he manages to get away. Now, I'm not quite done with this game yet. And this time I won't be using this character, Sheena. Her weapons are mostly variants on Contra weapons. And her A weapon fires faster than the machine gun. Her B weapon are the crash grenades, but with gravity. Her C is the laser, and her D is basically a combination of homing and spread, which basically makes it the Operation C homing, but weaker. No, I can't skip the credits. I mean, she hits surprisingly hard, but those hits are kind of situational on enemy positioning. I mean, her A weapon does do a good amount of damage anyways, but hardcore. See you next mission. Don't worry, that next mission is coming rather soon. Final score. Yeah, this would be the game over screen if I had gotten a game over. Now, you know I'm not done yet. Next up on the list, Sheena, Ray, Fang, Brownie. We're going to do Ray. Just so you know, good chunk of the levels will be the same. Ray's got the classic Contra loadout. His A is basically a stronger hitting version of the machine gun. His B is the proper crash grenades, although they don't hit as hard as Sheena's. His C is none other than the spread gun. And D is the homing rockets. So Sheena's got variants on the regular Contra guns. Ray's got their mainstream counterparts. Alright. You know, there was one particular route me and my cousins, when we used to play this game when we were younger, kept trying to take as a kid when I was younger. I'm going to be taking that specific route with Ray. I'll say it's a good route, but it's not the best route this game has to offer. But I want to save my preferred character for that. So, it'll happen when it happens. Yeah, it doesn't fire as fast as Sheena's. I don't think it does much damage either. The spread is, well, it's the Contra spread. Not quite as broken, but yeah, it's not gonna do the staggered shot thing. Yeah, with the homing rockets, you really don't need to aim. On the other hand, they really do not do that much damage. Yeah, you know how this one works. And this time, we're going to do the different option. Rescue the research center. By the way, that thing right there. There's only one way I'm hurting this. Yep. Take out its minions, and minions will damage it when it runs into them. Yeah, no, my computer's GPU is starting to act up. Thankfully, it's not. Thankfully, it's not acting bad enough that I can't stream. On the other hand, you won't see me making any killing floor videos for a while. Contra spread gun, what do you expect? Wow, they just run instead of using the doctor as a hostage. Yes, a Contra 3 reference. Yeah, check out this kind of section. Just keep moving forward. I kinda wish I had somebody else to play this with. Okay, this flashing looks different from what's supposed to be on an actual console. It's supposed to be flashing really brightly. That was too close. But this isn't too bad. It's not as bad on the eyes. Also, it's scary. This is actually kind of a scary boss. And it's the boss on the game's cover art. You know this part. Trust me, you'll be seeing the first level, the third, and the fourth level a lot. So I'm gonna have to apologize if those parts get a little repetitive. That's why I'm using different characters for this. Oh, by the way, I can just jump over these if need be. Yes, I can just jump over the car trash or missile launcher things if need be. Yeah, I know, I'm not killing these guys fast. Except, I guess they're not much slower either. This part goes. Yeah, it starts charging more and more as it loses health. Yeah, I'm just gonna take advantage of the explosions on this thing. But yes, I'm gonna want the homing rockets for this. Ray can actually shoot this thing while standing. I think. Nope. Honestly, if you don't have homing weapons in this part, you're gonna have a, or a bomb, you're gonna have a bad time. Surprisingly aggressive. There we go. Alright, next level. Yeah, no, I don't think... No, can't hit the start button to skip. Can't speed the game up either. Go. This part. When in doubt, go slowly, jump when you see one hanging off of a vine. Go too fast, you'll run into them. And you just won't spread type weapons or... By the way, those claws can hurt you if you touch them. You can jump into them if you're not careful. Oh, he doesn't usually leave with that. Whoa, twice in a row, too. That's rare. Nice. Go. Now you actually get to see this animation considering I took him out off screen last time. No. If there's one good thing about the homing rockets, they are really good homing. Yeah. I'm trying not to use fan arrays weapons. Ah, but there's one little difference with this boss. Hello there. Yeah, turns out Deadeye Joe is actually piloting the thing. Oh boy. Now, for the most part, this boss does go the same with Joe piloting, with one exception. It's a small exception. Oh yeah, there's. Wait, by the way, if you try and shoot him while he's like this, he'll actually start bouncing around the arena. The walls. So shoot. If you have to shoot him, shoot lightly. Still want this. So remember that small difference I talked about? Yep, he's firing rockets at us now. And actually, it's kind of harder to dodge these ones than... Yes, I could shoot them, but honestly, this is more stylish. Oh yeah, this game kind of emulates the Contra games, but it's not perfect. Can't handle too many sounds at once compared to the original, and some of the hit effects don't exactly work. I mean, some of them are still the same, but with that skeleton thing, it's different on the actual console. And he jetpacks away over to beat him. So, when we did this one, you know how this works. This time we're going to choose surrender. We get taken onto a train. Oh, it's Dead-Eyed Joe. And he hands us a gun. Just so he can kill us themselves. Huh. For the record, there's a port of Contra 3 called, I think it was Contra Advance. I bring this up because, I mean, it's not that good of a port, but here's the thing. They could, in Contra 3 has these top-down levels, right? Well, they couldn't put those top-down levels. There we go. Did I destroy the left one first, or are you going to try and jump at me? Not dealing with that. But anyways, the two levels from this specific path, they actually put into Contra Advance, which by the way is Contra 3, so you're doing this with basically Contra 3 mechanics, which means Contra 3's weapon system and no slide. Of course, that version is also a fair bit slower to compensate, but no slide. Just thinking of it itself, as you can see. And then this. Yes, this thing freaking stops the train. Jeez, forgot about that. And then the train starts to move again. Oh, you know, there we go. I lost my B weapon. I'll be fine with A. Actually, let's A first. Dang it. So yeah, this level and the next one are actually in Contra Advance. Which is kinda silly. Which is you're about to find out? kind of silly. By the way, those explosions don't actually hurt you. Still got all my weapons again. And then instead I Joe.
Die!
Yeah, first I gotta destroy these tentacles. Okay, get my bombs here. So quite frankly, this boss gets really aggravating. Quite frankly, this boss tends to get really aggravating once it's down to one tentacle left. So I like to use my bombs there. Save me time. Top floor, let's go. No, hey, the doctor. You see the damage that your research has done? Wow. And what did you do to the doctor? Well, that. Honestly, it takes a surprising amount of punishment for something so small. Boss time! Corporeal qualities of the alien. Ultimate super being. Gee, that sounds even cornier than ultimate life form. Honestly, that's really, really corny anyways, so... Let's see that, and yeah, oops. What is it turning to? Yeah. Yep. The problem is the randomness of which these things fall. It's kind of easy to dodge or and that. Stop shooting at Gets close, because otherwise it'll get big enough to... Yeah, that's probably one of the best soundtracks on the Genesis. And no, that's all he does. Once you get this part, you're as good as done here. Sheena, I'm gonna have to bomb him. And what do you know? We're done. Again. So yeah, if Sheena is basically taking variants on the popular Contra guns, Ray is playing them wholesale. That being said, I kind of dislike playing as Ray the most because I actually think he has the worst firepower of the four. The other three at least usually have some option that inflicts a lot of damage very quickly. Ray, not quite the same degree. So I don't usually play as him. Still got a bit of a journey ahead of us. Yeah, this is the route me and my cousins used to try and play through when we were younger. Me and my younger cousin Peter were the first ones to beat this working together. And when given that's my brother and 4 other cousins, that's quite impressive. What can I say? We want to beat this game, and, well, I mean, we did. Just that we didn't take all the paths into consideration, but this was the first path we wanted to beat. Yeah, definitely better than the last ending, but... No, you know we're not done yet. Next one is... Yes, Werewolf Fang. Cyborg Werewolf Fang. He's the power character of the bunch. He's got the biggest hitbox, his slide goes the shortest. And his weapons... well... they're kind of hilarious. They are... all of his weapons will do a lot of damage, but he's also... they've also got kind of flaws. They've also kind of got flaws that kind of come back. Like, okay, Fang is the only one that doesn't have a homing weapon. And while his A weapon does kind of spread, that's not something you want to exactly rely on. Of course, the trade-off here is that Fang also has the highest firepower of the bunch. As you can see, I just took that boss out with 2 clean shots of this attack. Again, Fang will kill things very quickly, and he has like 1 sweeper type weapon, and whatever spreads on his A weapon, the chaff stuff, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, Fang hits fairly hard, but oh! Yeah, this weapon hurts. see your character is crouching, like you notice how it's about to attack with Fang speed. Notice this? Well, actually, his hitbox is still in prone, so that's nice. By the way, you can't punch in multiple directions. It's just straightforward. But see? Whoa! It's too close. Yeah, see? So for this one... So for this path, we are going to do... We're going to go after Dead-Eye Joe. Yeah, this is a C weapon, by the way. That's the other thing, is A and D weapons are the only ones that actually have any real range to them. On the other hand, it is probably that and his B weapon inflict lots and lots of damage. Like, E will kill bosses ridiculously quickly with them. Of course, one is a charge shot, and the other... By the way, with the shoots like this, I can't slide. Ooh. Yeah, that's how powerful. Yeah, that's how powerful Fang's weapons are. They hurt. Honestly, Fang's probably this game's closest thing to a hard mode as far as character selection. Fang or Ray. Mainly to Ray's lack of power and Fang's lack of homing or spread. Though again, he has a sweeper type weapon, so which admittedly lacks range. Yes, he actually is. Have I mentioned Fang hits hard yet? Because Fang hits hard. Yeah. Have I mentioned Fang kills things quickly? Because Fang kills things very quickly. I said I didn't want to avoid losing A and D, but I actually wanted to avoid losing A, C, and D. Sweeper type weapons are probably the best thing to use here. Honestly, if I... Well, Fang's a lot of fun to play as. Oh, especially when you realize just how hard he hits. Actually, I keep mentioning that. I just think Fang doesn't exactly have a homing weapon, so I can't just rely on that. So my strategy is to do this. Hopefully run into the flamethrower. Perfect. Gonna want this now. I know you guys usually see me use D, but for this... Oh! This thing can take a beating. But, by the way, yeah, that's the problem. That's another problem with the fist and charge shots. When you're firing them, you can't move. I don't think I... Oh no, I can slide with it. Yeah, Fang's V weapon is one of the few that can actually stop phase one before it fires. One of the few, by the way. There are others. We'll see them eventually. Yeah, as he's starting to try and chop up the walls. Just stay low and fire tiny amounts of shot if it looks like he's getting too close for comfort. Otherwise, you want to leave him alone. doing the one where I already took Deadeye Joe out. Yep. Alright, we choiced after Deadeye Joe, but this time, instead of fighting the doctor, we're gonna surrender and fight later. Yes, turns out you can actually see one of the things is holding his gun. You see all the guys running off? Hey, it's the doctor and... Yep. So there's... Yep, you better start moving. These things. Trust me, as the firewall moves back and back, these things get more and more numerous. Ugh. This is kind of stressful. Oh, especially when that happens. Alright, using this now. Not mean to use a bomb, actually. And B. I don't need D. I can use my bombs here. The Doctor is an annoying boss fight, or at least his first phases. And I would like to get that over with. Oh good, he's already started it. This phase, however, is rather easy. Kinda hilarious. Oh! Did I realize he was too big for... Oh man, I'm actually gonna get my first game. Move back. realize Fang had to slide. You guys might actually see me get my first game over. Jeez, I should have used Fang for this round now that I think about it. Yep, we've gone onto a space station. And what the heck? Big Magnum. And he already fires the thing cannon once. And there's game over for you. 5 continues, thankfully. Well, I have to finish this with Fang. And it starts me right back at the final boss. I can work with this. Okay. So that's saying that I don't want this thing going too low. Yep. And that's the Big Magnum. That's the third route. Rather short when you think about it. And his little space station goes kaboom. You made a terrible god, man. Of course, you might have noticed that there was no escape. Yeah, Colonel Bahamut dies, but so does the character you play as. Yeah, no, Fang hits hard, but he's big, and his weapons kinda, well, they're difficult to hit people with because of either range issues or... Again, he has one weapon with a spread, which is usually a bad... which in this case is a bad thing due to the nature of the weapon in question, and a sprayer-type weapon that does lack a bit of range. Those other two weapons really only hit in front of him, and a little bit up and down. But again, he takes people out very quickly. High risk, high reward. And you guys also finally saw me get a game over, so that's something. And you get a statue in your honor too. It's time for the last route. And now, my personal favorite, Brownie. Seriously, this guy is probably the best character in the game. That's not a joke. Trust me, you'll see why. Which is point is just the smallest character in the game. Yes, enemy projectiles go right over his head. Slides, sure thing. And he's also the only character who gets a double jump and a hover. Which is actually rather insane. And you know the funny thing is I haven't even shown off the other thing that makes him so dangerous. Weapon is a decent homing weapon, but it's not his only one. I just danced off the screen. See this weapon right here? This thing is the best weapon in the game. It's basically looks like some sort of yo-yo AC. Its damage output is about on par with Fang's B weapon. And it's much better, it's much easier to use than that B weapon. Here, you'll see what I mean. Yep, he's already. Yeah, no, this one is literally just unfair. Okay, now the real thing is to go after the Rescue Research Center first. Oh yeah, I might as well show this weapon off then. Yep. Those shots, however, actually do a lot of damage. If you somehow don't have a C weapon, this will do pretty well as far as firepower goes. So you can see like this one shot from these two. type weapon, but it's very good at it. Actually, you know what? Just watch what happens to this boss. Remember what happened when I did this with red, right? Well, watch this. Yeah, it's this part that makes it the A weapon very, very powerful. Now, with this you can go up the wall, and if you do, what's this? Sure, why not? And our first boss is a Belmont? This next one is... what the heck? Why? That's all she can do this one. So we just do this. Doesn't have much health, but the interdimensional portal is still open, and the character, your main character, gets sucked in, and you get dropped. Oh dear! Somehow I've gone back through time. Yep, you can see the dinosaur and the volcano and the monkeys. Several years passed before. Yeah, character ends up making himself king of the monkeys with a swooning female monkey, which I'm fairly certain is there regardless of which character you play as. And that was the fourth path. As you can see, it's surprisingly short. No, come on, I'm joking. This is the joke path. This is the joke path. I wanted to show this off before I do the fourth path proper. And in other words, the best path. I had to show that off at least once. Now let's get on the final path proper. Again, you gotta play this on the actual console. Anniversary Collection is good if you lack the beats. There we go, got the A weapon this time. No, you don't get weapons. Time for a dancing robot. And he'll just dance himself out. Yeah, no. Brownie's double jump and hover makes platforming a little bit easier. This game doesn't have too much platforming anyways. You know how this part goes. As quickly as usual. You didn't even finish cleaning down the building. Obviously, we're rescuing the research center. I think you guys can expect the first 3 levels to go around the same as they usually do. B weapon for Brownie? Because I do. This is it. Still. I remember this working. Yes! I'm not sure if the other characters do, but I know Brownie can literally just duck under the fire. Brownie's the only one who can jump back onto here after he drops. literally just keep firing non-stop. That's how little knockdown this thing has. Brownie is the only character who just straight up walk into everything. Now, the one route I haven't taken is Research Center and fight to the end. So, let's fight to the end. No, their end, that is. It's funny how it actually takes the tubes. This little plant thing again. This really drops bombs sometimes. Now we come back here to the enemy. And there it is, curious. Yep. The mini bosses here are not really going to get their chance to shine. I'm making sure of that. And yes, I can slide on this thing. Sail to the best boss fight in the game. Okay, that's... Oh yeah, I forgot this game doesn't save it. I forgot. The anniversary calculation has a save load function. This specifically got I'm gonna save here. You'll find out why. Yep. Just praise. Switch series for a long time. Yes, he actually asks you to join with him. And you can. What happens if you do? Well... This. The most evil dictator of all time was born. And mankind was propelled into a long age of darkness and gloom. And then we can answer game over. Now you see why, Now do you see why I saved? Refuse. Jonathan, stay at the corners. Slide a few. Yep, even with that giant claw. Which is pretty rad as a weapon. And then, oh no, I'm mislarped with the aliens. You better hurry. Yeah, 4 smaller missiles. Hey, Deadeye Joe. Yeah, that's literally all he does. What? That hurt me. Go onto this missile. Okay, Brian, just listen to me. Hey, look who's back. And that is just crashes. Yeah, Brownie's the easiest character to work with in games, so if you ever have to play through this game, use him first. Honestly, this game is very, very short, but the difficulty more makes up for that. I mean, I know I kind of made it look easy, but it's because I couldn't play this game. And trust me, when I was younger, this game pretty much destroyed me. Now the tables have turned. But I suggested, yeah. But remember, it's short aside from the multi-round thing. It's probably got some of the best soundtrack in the Genesis history. Graphics look great, although it kind of has its non-scan line, which would darken it a bit. And yeah, you can tell this is the best route. Yep. And well, that's the thing. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I've got work until 9:30. My next stream will probably be on Friday. I'll be starting Borderlands 1. Please join me. And hey, if you have Borderlands 1 on Switch yourself, I'm perfectly willing to play alongside you. So, with that being said, until next time.